Bliss. Straight ahead, it's an AFC intra-conference contest between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts.
Somebody got a boy, I mean, somebody got a boy, I boy. He's a pride outside off from the music. Turn his TV off. Me with my type activities, then don't you get involved. Hey, I know the shit I seen, send them off. Take a whistle, take a trip, you know I'm tripping for my dog. Who you with? Couple sergeants and lieutenants for the get back. This revolution been televised, I fell through with the knickknacks. Hey, young, get your chili up. Yeah, I meant that. Hey, black out, if they act out. Yeah, I did that. Hey, what's up, though? I hate them, that's hating on them. Can they both? I hate them, hating on them. Can they both broke? If you ain't coming for no chili, what you come for?
Everything litty, I love when it's hot. Turned to the city, I broke out the knot. Got some more millies, I keep me a knot. I created history, it made me a lot. He tried to diss me and it don't false. We call them choppers cause they gonna chop. Took her out of filers cause of hop. I run it like Nike, we got it on lock. Cardiac eye, I'm the boss man in a suit with no tie. I can't be, I gotta stay. Hold me some in the counter that's dry. Riding the special like Bunny and Clyde. Don't worry, baby, I keep me some fire. Shenanigans and Birkin, she cannot decide. The ladies Mercedes, here goes the surprise. Don't sleep on Miss Lady, help ride. Back while I'm gripping her side. Big and mad back, this ain't regular size. We really fly, we like pelican guys. You ain't slick, I can tell her disguise. Upgrade at my wrist, put her gas in the sky. She think I might sign her and change her whole life. I told her to goggle and work on her highs. Everything litty, I love when it's hot. Turned to the city, I broke out the knot. Got some more millies, I keep me a knot. I created history, it made me a lot. He tried to diss me and it don't false. We call them choppers cause they gonna chop. Took her out of filers cause of hop. I run it like Nike, we got it on lock.
Money, money, I took the Billy cool back, then I hopped in the car. I put the in front of the Billy in front of the driver. I'm in the coupe by myself. I had to kick her though when I was fast. I'm sick and tired of me. Act like they find me, telling them lies. Acting like they the one created this and they get all this driven back guys. Yeah, cardiac eyes, cardiac coke, cardiac ass the watch.
First opened back in 2008. There's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Here's the former Illini kicker, Chase McLaughlin, to get us started. And we are underway from Indianapolis. And he'll be out of bounds gains here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
At the 25-yard line.
Here we go, set.
Throwing Jones. He'll swing this out to Jenkins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
On first down is Jenkins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. But not many guys who can blow up plays like Chase Young. He did it again there. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Let's go. 18, Pioneer. 72, take off.
Now Jones. There's a short one caught by Loveland. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll make it second down.
The Jaguars' 25-yard line.
Come on, set. 70 Lions. Cougar 19. Watch your key.
Back to throw. Jones. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, it looked like they marched to the end zone. Has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down.
Here we go. Let's go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Ready? 19 tight. 19. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 18 rattle. 18 rattle. Panther 11. Panther 11. 60.
They'll look to throw again. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Colston Loveland with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Colts take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. together. To the air, Williams. That'll be complete to Okonkwo. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Defense gets up a touchdown on the open drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On play action, here's Williams. Got his man, Okonkwo. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. These two teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the Jags coming out on top. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0. Throwing is Williams. Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw, it's Williams. They'll get this complete to Matthew Golden. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 27-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Jaguars.
To throw, Williams. He finds Bateman over the middle. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. This defense for the Colts, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Here's Williams. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Finally an incompletion. He was 5 of 5 before that last throw to start this game.
So he is human. All right, so we found out after the way he began, okay, he can have an incompletion here or there, but I love what they've done right from the word go. They just need to pay it off with a touchdown now.
And it is caught. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another 1st down at the Colts' 15-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. 6-0 our score after 1. The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Williams. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to...
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Chig Okonkwo, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM that always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
37-yard line.
On second and very short, Jones. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run over center with Mitchell. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Williams. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
1st down, here's Mitchell. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. His 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their advantage. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
31-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Let's go. 19 tight. 60 bison. 70 range. 70 range. Ready, ready.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot him at the 44. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone, as he's got a first down on that last catch.
10 at the 44-yard line.
It's a metal brain corrodes.
Give up the middle. Jenkins. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Second down and a yard. Back to throw. Jones. To the left side. He's got his tight end Lovely. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
That's good for a Colts. First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
An inside run with Jenkins. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Warrior 70.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Jags are going to take over here up near the 40. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. Right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That goes for a gain of 31.
That's good for a Jaguar.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, it's Williams. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker, or maybe a defense man dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Williams. Screenplay setting it up for Mitchell. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars will extend their lead here just before halftime. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Jones now. A final shot before break. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Here is third down and 4. Back to throw. Williams. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Joshua Hines-Allen in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Come on, set. Up, Dragon 60. 7 Pirate. Come 19, go.
Jones throwing to start the drive. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Colts are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run.
And he's caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Deebo Samuel, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Colts are able to cut into that deficit. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
And he'll get in as they're back within a score now. The lead's down to 7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, you're almost in field goal position.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now we'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun, Williams. And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Williams. This pass into the hands of Bellinger. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
From the gun, a give to Mitchell. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2nd and 4. This caught by Latu, the tight end. And the Jags are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from me a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They'll run with Mitchell. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Vegas, what's up?
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw for it with Williams. And that went off the mark. A little late for the throw.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch. There's the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. So that's CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, shot.
Now they'll throw here on the gun. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Jones. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 21.
Gain of 16 yards. And the Colts 1st down.
Back to throw again. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Jones. He finds Douglas complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it with an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
That's Colts 1st down.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Daniel Jones keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Colts have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
2nd down and 8. Looking to throw. Williams. Bellinger hauls it in out left side. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there at 2nd down.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
From the gun, here's Williams. Now he'll tuck this and run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the tuck and run. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And he was brought down by big Levi Onwuzurike.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. That's complete, left side to Bateman. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. On the ground with a tight end. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Mitchell will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Touchdown, Jacksonville.
And that right there is a definition of a statement drive. Here in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line. And here, they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Jones. Pass complete. It's Scott.
He does a nice job of giving an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
There's a short one caught by Loveland. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly a must. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Jones. That's caught. The tight end Loveland with it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Here's 1st and 10. Jones. And that'll be incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
19 Lion. Hawk 70. Hawk. Chap 60. Chap 60. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Now Jones. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Jones. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2.
8-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
A carry here for the big tight end. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 and the 36. Quan Martin there on the tackle.
For that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who